The college basketball experience, coaching carousel episode, and NIT picks and Sweet 16 look ahead episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi. Make real money predicting sports, people. Kalshi is available in all 50 states, and you get $20 free with our promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience. Coaching carousel, NIT picks, and a Sweet 16 look ahead episode. YouTube.com/the college experience, and a good day to you, Jack Fucks. If you're wondering who you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dant, aka Pick Don D. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
Oh man, what the fuck? There's no games on. What's going on? Why? Thought we're in America. Hey, CBI, rally the troops. Rally the troops. All right, next year you better have that thing going. I am joined by my co-host who unfortunately, very unfortunately, is no longer in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Not today.
Very tragic news. Give it up for the host of the college football experience as well. Former staffer at Austin Peay with the Governor, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and West Virginia with the Mountaineers, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, buddy?
What's up, man? Yes, 2 hours in here in Morgantown. Had dinner at the Goat and left my phone charger plugged into the outlet.
What a fucking idiot.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
I mean, idiot in one way, non-idiot for leaving on Monday during no games with, because then you don't have to sweat out the shitty internet. You know what I mean? You handled it better in that regard. We are joined by
that water pressure at Circa. I couldn't leave it. The showers.
That shit. I'm telling you, man, it is fire. That is fire. Absolute fire. We're also joined by a third man in the booth. He is the host of the college baseball experience. And this week we will have a Frozen 4 college hockey episode for you. Give it up for the great Noah Bieniek. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, Colby. Voice is still recovering, but excited to talk college basketball coaching changes or whatever while we still have the audience here from the regular season. And it gives us, a topic to talk about while also buying us another day to do a little bit of research and make sure we feel pretty damn good about our ATS picks for the Sweet 16. Let's go.
Yeah. And my end, I don't discriminate. All right. I don't discriminate. I tend to not like it. Well, I mean, I guess I discriminate on like a mimosa for mimosa, mimosa Mac over here.
Mimosa line Mac.
Yeah, mimosa line Mac. When he comes in the bar, they just put him in a line saying, "Here you go, 1 mimosa, 2 mimosa, 3 mimosa, 4."
Mimosas.
Fucking terrible. I would rather drink goddamn shots of rubbing alcohol.
Those young chicks love those mimosas. You got to.
Yeah, they do. They do. All right. Don't be one of them. Anyway.
When Colby was saying 1 mimosa, 2 mimosa, it reminded me of a country song by Luke Bryan that said 1 margarita, 2 margarita, 3 margarita shot. Because that's what was the schedule of TCE in Vegas out there. It was like beer 1, beer 2, beer 3 shot.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. Or you could go look in the SGPN studios. There's a Boilermaker where they actually have the stein and the shot that drops into it. If you know what I don't know if you douchebags know what a Boilermaker is. The OG.
I believe we call it something else, but I am forgetting the name of it too.
There you go. Shout out to the chat right now. We're already getting Jerry Stackhouse to North Carolina talk.
Yeah, there we go.
Please keep the NBA lineage going. But he's not done yet, so it's not official. It's not official just because you cancel a radio show. Hell, I almost canceled this episode. All right. Does that mean I'm fired? Maybe, I don't know. We haven't had the opportunity with us doing 1,000 episodes every single night. We haven't had the opportunity to really go in on the coaching hires. So we're going to start with the coaching hires and then talk about a couple open jobs currently. Then we will talk about the NIT games, which are pretty fire tomorrow. And then, before the NIT games, we'll look at the Sweet 16 bracket, and then we'll do the 2 NIT games, and then we're fucking out of here. And if you're real swift, Sports Gambling Podcast is next in about an hour and 30 minutes, talking college hoops. All right. So, and we're actually picking games over there. I mean, let's see what's happening here. They're stealing our numbers. They're stealing our fucking, we should pick the games on the fly now.
They steal our numbers. They steal our personnel. They're the major league team, and they just call up the minor league guy for a game or two. Every week.
You guys won't talk games for like 45 minutes. It'll all be a Vegas recap for the first 45.
That's true. That is true. We'll probably talk games for like 3 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's some games on Thursday. No, let's talk about Vegas a little more.
All right. Well, look, I mean, if you can't tell, if you're new here, we love college basketball. So we want to talk about these hires that haven't happened, because we talk every game. Why aren't we talking every coach? Well, we do. We just haven't had the time. And if you haven't caught Mac to Schools series, with the coaches over the years, he had Travis Lexington Steele. He's had Will Wade on. We've had a slew of coaches on this show over the years. That is going to rev up in the offseason as well. So stick around. But it ain't the offseason yet, but it's news. And we every day, every like 30 minutes, I feel like you load up Twitter and you see some news, and man.
Yeah.
Let's just start with it's sad to see it end, but the potential. I'm going to start off with the Big 12 conference, which I believe was the best conference in college basketball this year. They had a pretty big day today, if I'm being honest. Pretty big day today with and David Matola. Watch out now. We got Gonzaga. We basically have now Gonzaga, St. Mary's in the Big 12 with Tommy Lloyd there at Arizona and Randy Bennett.
Good point.
Sexual vanilla chocolate. All right. Randy Bennett. All right. He's the new head coach of Arizona State. And we kind of talked about this last night. We was from Mesa, Arizona, I believe. This is okay. They finally didn't fuck this up. Yeah. Like, I mean, with money and energy behind him, why couldn't this be one of the best hires, if not the best hire of the entire offseason? We've never seen him at this level. So, I mean, this is almost like, to me, if I was to compare it in a football sense, I think it would be, if you know college football well, there was a guy named Paul Johnson who was fantastic running the triple option at Georgia Southern and Navy, and he left for Georgia Tech. In a way, I feel like Randy Bennett's done the triple option on the hardwood over the years with like the 355th pace, I feel like, on average. But Paul Johnson took Georgia Tech, won an Orange Bowl with him, right? It worked out. The guy is how many career wins do you think he has, Mac, off the top of your head? I
have it up.
Okay.
Yeah, 589. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was just curious. I was just saying for Arizona State, who has kind of been they short of the Sendek years and maybe like back in the late 70s with Byron Scott. I don't know that they deserve Randy Bennett, right, Matola? I mean, he's fucking incredible. My first reaction is I cannot wait. They are automatically must watch to me next year. Mac, your thoughts?
Unbelievable hire. I'm shocked that they pulled this off. And
I'm shocked they were this smart.
Yeah, this isn't a sexy hire, but this is just a winning ball coach. Now Arizona State's going to turn into a high floor team and probably be in the NCAA tournament year after year after year now. I mean, what? They've won 4 straight WCC titles. He's won 75% of his games in that league. He got more out of less compared to Gonzaga since this new portal NIL era. So I don't want to say like a Kurt Cignetti, just because Cignetti obviously has a lot of momentum at Indiana on the football side and just has probably more swagger than Bennett. But Bennett has just been a consistent grinder like Cignetti was at all those lower levels before he finally got on the big stage and everybody found out how good a ball coach he is. Hats off to Arizona. This is another really good coach, and what's already got really good coaches in Bill Self, Kelvin Sampson, and you go down the list. So
yeah. Now, I think the big thing here is like his St. Mary's teams always lacked athleticism. NC Nick was texting me saying, "Why do we keep letting St. Mary's in the tournament? They only scored 50 points." They're gonna be able to get athletes, and I'm fat. It's like, man, I think it's a slam dunk here. It's automatically must watch to me. Bieniek, your thoughts on Randy Bennett to Arizona State?
Yeah, you asked Mac like why wouldn't it work, and all I heard was positive from Mac, so I'll go with the negative part. He was at St. Mary's for like 25 years, and I think he won 6 or 7 total NCAA tournament games. He's had 6 or 7 straight top 20 defenses. That's not the issue. It's been the offensive part. But I do think, to Mac's credit, when he screams this the entire regular season, that the Big 12 gauntlet of the schedule will battle test a team. Like, Bennett's squads will be more prepared for the NCAA tournament against another power school while he's coaching at Arizona State rather than the WCC. And I know we talked about this idea of like, oh, Gonzaga's out the door in the WCC. You can run it now in the WCC at St. Mary's. But what if competition just fuels Bennett? Like, now your number one rival is out the door. Go take on a new challenge in a tougher league. Maybe that fuels him. Or maybe he's thinking from this point of view of now there's less room for error in the WCC. If you lose 2 or 3 conference games, you're a 7 seed this year, but take away the 2 losses to Gonzaga and add the 2 losses to a Santa Clara or San Francisco, now you're a bubble team. And I don't know if that necessarily is attractive to Randy Bennett at age 63 with only 1 second weekend tournament appearance. So I think it's a good move for both parties here.
And Turnbull, I believe you're talking about Mario Bennett, right? Mario Bennett, I believe, back in the 90s. Maybe Mario Bailey, but I remember Mario Bennett at Arizona State. Yeah, I mean, I just, he gets to come home, and shout out to why is someone saying, Colby, 2 words, tanning booth? Well, first off,
I'm talking about Bennett, I think.
Yeah, because he's white. I don't know.
Oh, I thought he was talking about me. And I was like,
Colby white? Yeah, he is white.
Well, I also am the only professional here in this fucking room because I have a fucking shining light like this. I could do that, right? But I have this gigantic fucking yeah. You got an iPhone light? I guess it works, but look, I am pale as fuck after sleeping in a garage for the past few years. But
swim, you could get a little tan on you.
I need to, man. I need to. I miss my Cali days. All right. Next up, we go to and look, Arizona State, get out to the games. Venezia's Pizzeria. supplies you the pizza at the game, so you don't even have to go out. But obviously, afterwards, have a few cocktails at Venezia's, talk about the good old times, because you're gonna have these. I will say this: what's the furthest Arizona State has been in our life? I'm trying to think. Sendek with Harden, get him.
It's been a minute.
I'm just curious. Like, what's the furthest they've been? Matola would probably know this off the top of his fucking head.
Round 2, 2009 Sendek.
That's incredible.
2003
this is Arizona.
Round 2 Rob Evans.
You are in Tempe, fucking Arizona.
I know.
That's shocking to me. Absolutely shocking.
Sleeping Giant again. We were talking about it with the football program 4 years ago. They hired Dillingham. They went to the college football playoff.
Yeah. Smash out of the Big 12 really improved today, because also
Arizona
they got this
State's
guy.
last Sweet 16 was 1995.
Damn. How about the Cincinnati Bearcats, who locked up their former GA, Jared Calhoun? He is now with the Cincinnati Bearcats. Obviously, Mimosa Mac is good friends with him. So I've interviewed Calhoun twice. And once I explained that I'm friends with Mac, he's like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here." He's like, "Mac, tell him I said what's up." And then a lot of shit talk back and forth. He tells us to come out to. He did invite me and you to Logan to come. He said he would take us to dinner and stuff. Well, now it's a lot easier. We could just go to Cincinnati, get that Skyline Chili. He's going to know the best fucking place for that. All right. Great hire here. The shoe fits. Obviously, he was under Bob Huggins at Cincinnati, the Godfather. Mac, the floor is yours here because you know him personally.
And I nailed this one from the whole entire year. I've been screaming that this is.
I think we nailed this last year.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Mac did flip it. Like he was like, no, he's going to Kansas State like a week ago. I will give Mac shit for that.
Well, they should have hired him. They've been a better hire than what they did.
Both have Hugs ties.
Yeah. I like this is a no-brainer. And happy for Calhoun because obviously he started his coaching career at Cincinnati, the glory days of Hugs in the early 2000s, but he's a winner, man. He was awesome in Logan, 55-15, but I would say his most impressive job was at Youngstown State. Youngstown State was fucking horrible when he got there. He won a regular season title. He almost won a tournament. And then he also was dominant at Fairmont State, getting to a natty where he coached with Joe Mazzulla, who's an NBA champion. So he's been around winners. Anybody on this tree is a winner. So I'm going to endorse this. So let's go. Bring back the glory days. Bob Huggins era is finally back in Cincinnati. I will be rooting for them every game except for 2 on the schedule. I'll see you in Morgantown too. Spice up this rivalry. Let's go.
I actually think, and let me just, I didn't tell you guys this pre-episode, but I'm saying, I think this actually could be better than the Bennett hire.
Well, they're giving him a shitload of money.
That's I just feel like he's from there.
Yeah.
Like it. I mean, I know Bennett's from Mesa, Arizona, but I don't know. This one I think might have more dynamite next to the job.
I saw the leaked or the rumored, lucrative package that they phrase it all with these hires now. Like, what the fuck is that?
The lucrative package is what Matt gave some chick from Circa at Stadium Swim the other day.
Which night was that?
And
honey, check out my lucrative package. All right.
Yeah.
Money line. There's your
Don't be a jack fuck, honey. Right?
Whatever you want to call it. Like, you can
You're
call it a
in
lucrative package.
You don't even know it, sweetheart, but you're in a foxhole spot right now.
You are a part of this group right here, and we're a proud program.
Yeah, you could call it a lucrative package, but once the drawers are off, like once the roster's out, we get to see how lucrative that package is.
So listen up, sweetheart. I'm only here for a few days. All right. So I'm in the transfer portal. Now's your time. Now's your time to shine. All right.
Now's your time to commit, babe.
I think this hire works. I'm sorry, Bieniek. Fire away. I didn't mean to distract you, but
No,
it was.
I mean, this is Mac's guy. I got nothing much on this besides I think this is a huge philosophy shift from Cincinnati. Like Wes Miller had dog shit offenses, but his defenses were okay. Like now, I think you're getting a top 10, top 15 offense in the country, and the defense has got to be the side that will be the X factor for Cincinnati, where that was completely flipped for the last couple of years.
That very fair points on that Bieniek. I'm interested to see. It's because he is an offensive guy now, which is ironic because he's from the Hugs tree and all us Hugs guys are defensive guys. Calhoun and Missoula have gone the other way. Missoula obviously having success in the NBA, and Calhoun having success at his level. The chat's out of control right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, chat's on fire. But look,
what I'm most intrigued by with this hire is if who is it? Who is the Northern Kentucky defensive coordinator that he brought out?
He got the head job.
What?
Yeah.
He got
the head job at Tarleton. We'll talk about him in a little bit.
That was hot. Okay.
Yeah. If anything, I was going to ask you that. Let's not jump ahead, but also
they were successful defensively, and they would throw that zone out. Like this was by far Calhoun's best defense he's had was with Hawk. So
yeah, I mean he was at Youngstown also before, but yeah, I mean, he played for Rolly Massimino. If you know college hoops,
yep,
he's a bit of a legend. May he rest easy. But yeah.
Bow on it real quick to put a bow on it. The enthusiasm of bringing back all the old guys being behind this hire is going to be instrumental. I'm interested. I haven't talked to him yet. I'd be interested to see if Eric Martin goes back in a role from South Carolina State.
I like it.
Yeah,
Eric
Martin
played for Hugs, and you're talking about getting a defensive guy. Eric Martin's a defensive guy, so I'll be interested to see what Calhoun does with his staff. But keep an eye on that.
The shoe fits. It's a great fucking hire. Now the third one that happened within the Big 12 was I guess maybe a week or two ago, 10 days ago. I don't know. Casey Alexander of Belmont got the head coaching job there at Kansas State. I must admit, I mean, I knew Casey Alexander was a coach that could get a promotion because he had been at Belmont a little bit. I remember him playing at Belmont, but I didn't know that he was on the radar for Kansas State. So I must say I was a little bit like, oh. I wonder if what the ties were to K-State. Do you know off the top of your head? I was like, what? Are they just thinking best program not in the tournament? They can get a head start and everything.
Who's the AD at K-State nowadays? I'm drawing a blank. Maybe that's the connection, but no, he's not really been outside of the Nashville area because he played at Belmont, then he was at Lipscomb, which is like 0.2 miles away from Belmont. And then he was at Belmont when Bird retired. I'm a little worried that this could be a little bit like Wes Miller, this hire, where I don't think he's a bad coach. I don't know about the fit. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm with you. I don't know if the shoe fits, but I'm intrigued. I guess it was. I had like a list of candidates I thought they were going to go to, but I did not see. That was the shock to me. I was like, whoa, okay. Bieniek, your thoughts on Casey Alexander to Kansas State?
Yeah, very similar to the Mac mentioned, like Wes Miller and Cincinnati. I'm going to name drop that for a different reason as well. Like Wes, very big defensive guy. Tang came into Kansas State as a defensive minded head coach. This is a complete philosophy shift as well. Like Alexander in the Missouri Valley, his defenses were never super strong, but each and every single season, Belmont had one of the best offenses and were chucking up 3-pointers left and right. It's the shot volume, that philosophy of coaching and whatnot. And he leaves his alma mater for Manhattan, Kansas. I think that's super important. Like to Kansas State for them to be able to lure him away, I think is notable. But I don't know how this one's necessarily going to work. I would say probably middle of the pack to be safe year one. I find it hard for them not to improve in year one, but I don't know. I think they're probably going to be bubble. I got to see the roster.
Yeah.
Well, they pried him away because they tripled his salary. I mean, I love my alma mater and rep it as much as anybody, but somebody triples my salary, whoop, I'm out of here.
There we go. There we go. Of course, right? It's America, Jack, right?
So Gene Taylor, he's not retiring yet, right? I know he's older, the AD there. I think he's like 69 years old. He's still
in the presser photos.
That's an interesting one because you would think it's got to be Manhattan's so old school. Wasn't Snyder their AD for a little bit?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess I mean, most schools I think would say they would start planning your exit if not at like 65. But maybe that's part of the beauty of K-State.
Gene Taylor was at North Dakota State and Iowa previously. I don't know if Alexander crossed.
So that's why the Kleiman one made sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one came out of left field to your guys' point. So maybe there was a favor for the searching committee or search firm, whatever. Who knows?
I will say, it maybe came out of left field for the outsiders like us. This thing came together really damn quick. They were working on this for a minute. So
yeah. Look, we're gonna jump over and talk about the next the next hire. But before we do that, I want to let you know that we are brought to you. Yes, the college basketball experience brought to you by us. We're part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Get the SGPN app for all of our picks, podcasts, articles, all in one place. And guess what? It's completely free. Just type in SGPN to the iTunes store, the podcast store, whatever, Apple Podcast, or Spotify, or Google, and just let it ride. All right. We're also brought to you by SeatGeek. I mean, March is pretty fantastic for sports. I know we still got 8 days of March left. If not, April's pretty fire too. Everything going on. I mean, college hoops, the greatest shit on the planet. NIT, the Crown, March Madness, Final Four, Elite Eight, Sweet 16, all right in front of you. You got college baseball swinging off every night, swinging off. Hitting dingers every night. You got fucking the MLB is about to be back. NBA, NHL playoffs on deck. World Cup tickets on deck, right? It's just a good time. I mean, nothing like catching a live sport, in my opinion, like especially at the collegiate level. But look, there are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek every day. There's a reason why, with over 35 million downloads, SeatGeek's the #1 rated ticketing app. And it's more than sports. They got concerts, festivals, sports, and much, much more. You got to get over there. It is the best. Like, their competitors are all trash, in my opinion. Like, SeatGeek is the premier place to get tickets, in my opinion. Like, SeatGeek, they have your back. Each ticket's rated on a 1 to 10 scale, so you know you're getting a good deal. Look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And of course, we've got a code for you to get some dough off. You can use the promo code SGPN10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off any tickets with the promo code SGPN10. Make sure to click the link in the download or in the description of the download app to get the SeatGeek app, and the code will automatically be added to your account so you can use it later over at SeatGeek. We're also brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi is a real money prediction market, legal in all 50 states. Kalshi has a ton of trading options for your favorite sports as well. New Kalshi customers get $20 when they use the promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN over at Kalshi. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is absolutely awesome for college sports, whether it's college basketball, which we play every night, college baseball, college football, I mean, really every sport. They have almost every sport available, I feel like. But Underdog has just increased their payouts. 2-pick entries now pay at 3.5 times, and 3-pick entries now at 6.5 times. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers as well. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code. That is TCESGPN. So do that and let it ride. All right. Shout out to Gage. Says he does love SeatGeek. Exactly. All right, let's jump on over to the Big East, where the news did come out today. Alan Huss, the former High Point Panthers head coach, who had came back on the interim basis, or not the interim basis, but the coach in waiting,
associate head coach.
Yeah, coach in waiting, I guess, for Coach McDermott. There, McDermott retired. I guess a man of his word, didn't want to keep Huss waiting. I'm sure McDermott was watching High Point on that role, because I'm curious your guys' thought on this. I wonder if McDermott had planned to come back this year, and after he sees High Point on that role, he's like, man, I'm doing my guy Huss dirty by telling him to come back. I wonder if that had something to do with it. But either way, I think Huss is a good head coach. I think he'll have success at Creighton, and I think the program will be intact moving forward. Mac, do you like the news of Alan Huss there promoted essentially by Creighton?
You're muted, Mac.
Yes, I do. He was the handpicked successor for a reason. So he'd been with McDermott for almost a decade, and then he went on to be his own boss. And what did he do? He won 56-15. They ran through the league back-to-back years, and he got him to the tournament, and then set that program up for the run that they just had. So Huss and company got that thing rolling. This is another one of our alums on the coaches tour. So hopefully we can get Huss back on now as a head ball coach at Creighton.
Amen. Bieniek, I'm curious. What do you think about what I said though? Do you think, because I kind of feel like this was so late after the season for Creighton, I thought McDermott was planning to come back personally, and then I thought he sees High Point success and he's like, damn, that could have been Huss. I fucked that up in a way. What do you think?
Are they in the Crown? They're in the Crown, right?
I think they are in the Crown, actually.
Maybe he's setting it up for one magical run at the Crown to go out a winner.
We might have to bet Creighton in the Crown.
I think Creighton, Creighton definitely feels like the emotional. They're gonna get up, man. McDermott's a legend there. Shout out to him just for the success that he had in Omaha for the last 16 years now.
I think Altman was the one to really get it rolling, because I think they were on probation back in the 80s after Benoit Benjamin and whatnot. But yeah. I mean, I think the shoe will fit here. I like it moving forward. I think if you're a Creighton fan, you're saying we're good. You know, it sucks to see McDermott leave. Of course, he's brought you a lot of success. But I think and someone in the chat was saying, like Mr. Jalapeno was saying, they're going to be more athletic now. That's something that I think you might have with Alan Huss. I honestly think this might be a nice handoff. Passing that torch and baton down.
Yep.
Bieniek, your thoughts?
Yeah, I got to see it to believe it on the athleticism part of it. Like, we're still in Omaha, Nebraska, guys, and it's a private school in the Big East.
Whoa. They don't have football. They're about to get a shit ton of money this upcoming year. Yeah.
Still got to see it to believe it.
Bring back the football program, Creighton. Don't be a pussy. Anyway, continue.
You were talking about it. Like, that was one of my topics that I was going to bring up for this specific hire is, like, Huss kind of recruited that team for this year for High Point, and then dipped to be the associate head coach, and Flynn Clayman stepped into like a Ferrari and he kind of just drove it, didn't crash. But I thought that 2025 team was better than this year's 26 team for High Point. They just drew Purdue in the NCAA tournament. I would say that was a little bit worse of a draw than Wisconsin, even though I thought Wisconsin would still handle High Point this year. But you look at it statistically, and I think that 2025 team was better than the 26 team. And I think that Huss is going to bring a very similar style of ball that McDermott had at Creighton. There's not going to be a whole lot of different here with this hire, I don't believe, in Omaha. So that's why let's pause on the athleticism part. Like, yes, they'll have more money, but you got to spend the money for athleticism rather than, some bigs, some shooting, and whatnot.
I will bet you they will. I think they will.
My biggest thing is with this McDermott run that he has had. It's been fantastic. This year was a significant step back, and they did not have Ryan Kalkbrenner. Like, they need to.
Yeah, that's why they had the step back, right?
Yeah. No doubt. That's what I'm bringing it up. Like, they need to establish a rim presence while they have the shooting and the finesse. Like, I think that was a big weakness this year. And High Point kind of had that same play style. So I think that's what you're looking for from Huss in his early stages at Creighton.
I think he earned the right to have a down year. I mean, they had won 20 plus 11 straight years.
No, I'm not saying it was a bad year by any means. Like, I'm not knocking him at all. I'm just saying the reason for it was they didn't shore up, I think, anything around the rim. They put a lot of eggs into the basket of Owen Freeman, and that didn't work out, and he got hurt, So, yeah.
They've had some guys, though, like Nemhard and Kaluma and Trey Alexander were all on that Elite Eight team. So, this year they just were not athletic. They were really stiff this year.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if athleticism is what I would say. I would say,
no.
They were never great defensively.
I would disagree. When they had Kalkbrenner, they were outstanding defensively.
Yeah, I feel like Kalkbrenner missed every other week, though,
But he didn't, though. We've talked about this. He missed 7 games in 4
Maybe it was just every big game he was injured in. And it counts as a played game because it happened in the game.
They lost every game they never played.
Yeah. Also in the Big East, we had news today that I guess this was news a couple days ago, but I think was it presser today? Brian Hodgson of South Florida is leaving for the Friars of Providence. He turned down Syracuse, which I think has been kind of the big news out of this. Out of all this, is Providence now a better job than Syracuse? And I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, it is. They don't have football at Providence for silly reasons. They claim to be an institution about education. I kind of think they're about horseshit, but I do like the hire, though. I think the hire could work. Now, you got to look at it like this, I think. Is it an improvement from Kim English? I say yes.
Hell yeah.
Is it, though, if you really are looking at it, you're saying Rick Pitino might not be at St. John's much longer, right? I mean, how many more years will Pitino be at St. John's?
2 or 3.
That's what I'm saying. So you got to be thinking, hey, we could be the next, runner up to UConn. Maybe it's Villanova. Providence traditionally, historically, has kind of been further back in the conference. I've always been a fan of the Friars, but I like the hire, and the fact you did take someone that you won a battle against Syracuse, I think says something. Obviously, that money that we talk about down the line is perhaps pivotal in this spot, but it's going to be an exciting time for I think Providence fans should rejoice. I think it's a good hire. Mac?
I think it's a great hire. I think it's one of the best hires on the carousel. He's done it now at 2 different spots. He's a player's coach. Guys like to play in his system because he plays a lot like Nate Oates, opens the floor up. They play super fast. And he's from that area. Like that I think everybody on the show knows the coaching at Providence, dealing with those fucks, it takes a different personality. You got to have a lot of shit to you. And I didn't think Kim English was ever really a fit there. Hodgson fits that area. He grew up in upstate New York, so not too far from Providence. And I think coaching at Buffalo under Oates as well, familiar with the area. So this is I think an easy hire and a home run hire here for Providence. I think Providence got this right, man. I think they're going to be good again.
Yeah, I think they did too. Bieniek?
Yeah, I think this was a much needed good hire. You went the route of with Kim English. I mean, he went 14 and 16 and 20 and 13 in 2 years in league in the A10. He was 18 and 16. You went from grabbing him after 2 years to grabbing Brian Hodgson, who in 3 seasons, 20 and 17, 25 and 11, 25 and 9, 2 regular season championships, conference tournament championship at South Florida. And this is just a more established, proven winner than the one that you just hired. Like, I think instantly you're getting off on the right step. To Mac's point, he's got the Northeastern personality. Like, there's some edge to this guy. I don't know if you saw the clip from Field of 68. He was on the show and said, I know some of you guys are coming and tampering with my players. I would back the hell away, or we're going to meet in person, and I'm going to have something to say because I'm not like the others. Well, he said that because he wants to tamper with them and get them to Providence.
Yeah. I'm about to say until he takes his South Florida team to Providence.
Correct.
Yeah. I've known Hodge. I met Hodgson when he was at Midland Junior College, and we were at West Virginia recruiting one of his players. So he's like, he gets players. Like, he's a player's coach. Guys want to play for him. And you saw with the Arc State and USF rosters, they look like high major teams. So talent won't be an issue there with all that money too.
Yeah, you like Mac mentioned, like top 50 in offensive tempo the last 2 years. Final year at Arkansas State and the first year at South Florida when he's really had this momentum in his head coaching career going. Really good offensive rebounding teams. They are, physical in the paint around the rim. Not as the last couple of teams haven't been as good at the 3-point shooting, but they do chuck them up. With the money that Providence is willing to throw at him, that was able to lure him away from South Florida, who wanted to keep Hodgson, and also convince Hodgson to take Providence rather than Syracuse, where that's closer to his hometown, right? I think that Providence, with a little less historical success than Syracuse, also just lower expectation, if that makes sense. Like Syracuse, you're walking into kind of a hotbed where you're going to be under the microscope. Basketball is their number one sport, but you're not getting number one sport money like you are with Providence. So I think those are a couple of big factors here for Hodgson choosing Providence.
Yeah. All right, let's jump over to the Atlantic Coast Conference because Scott Cross is at Georgia Tech now, coming over from the Troy Trojan men. I don't know about this one. I want to see this one.
Like, I like Cross as a head coach. I think he's an established winner. Is he the guy that can go into the ATL and flip this program, or could they just be a solid middle?
They'll certainly be better than Stoudemire.
Well,
I think.
Yes,
but I just don't like when I picture Georgia Tech, whether it was Paul Hewitt or whether it was Bobby Crimmins that got them to Final Fours and national championships. There were, I guess Hewitt, but they had elite talent. I could rattle off a million great players. Mark Price, Travis Best, Kenny Anderson, Stephon Marbury, James Forrest, Malcolm Mackey, Drew Berry, so on. I'm forgetting some. I don't know if he's the guy to get it back to that talent level.
Was Troy one of the top spenders basketball wise on the Sun Belt?
I think JMU was.
Yeah, JMU.
That's why I think this could work. Is like he's coached with, I wouldn't say it was bottom tier money or middle tier money. I still think they were near the top. I don't think they were the top spenders. I think he's getting a little bit more money at Georgia Tech, and he'll be able to still develop talent because that's what I think he's specialized most. Yeah. Like I think he's earned a step up. 5 straight 20-win seasons. Like he's knocked off multiple high majors.
My only pushback to that would be like Sunbelt. I don't think that's that bold of a statement to win the Sun Belt. I mean, JMU's spending more, but JMU lost Byington. Byington, Byington was making the tournament every year. So yeah. What, Mac?
I was also gonna say, sorry to butt in, but like they didn't dominate the Sun Belt either. Like they won the league, but via a lot. They won by one game, and last year they won the 4-way tiebreaker.
Do you expect them to dominate when they don't have a top 3 budget? That's where I'm coming from.
I just
still wonder the budget differences, though. I don't know if it's substantial.
From Troy to Georgia Tech or Troy to like James Madison?
Like within the Sun Belt, I don't know if it's a big gap between like 1 and 7 or 10. I think JMU is number 1 from my recollection, but I don't know if it's by a substantial amount. That's all I'm saying.
I think like they could have a magical year and win a bunch of close games and get to an NCAA tournament, but like I worry about this being a consistent winner. Just with
it's Georgia Tech. I worry about it too.
Well, Georgia Tech should be good, man.
Yeah.
They haven't. Georgia Tech's in the same boat as Syracuse for me. Like, I haven't seen them good my entire life.
Well, they went to the Natty in early 2000s.
Yeah. Lost
yeah. And in the 80s and 90s, they were really good. So, I mean, you're in fucking Atlanta. I mean, this should not be a hard sell.
Do they? I think he'll be able to coach them up, but I think the ceiling is very low. If that makes sense.
They'll certainly be improved. So I think if did Georgia Tech get better with this hire? I think they did.
Yeah.
But will they move? Like, is he the best hire they've had in the past decade?
Well, they've only had 3 because Pastor actually was there.
Well, Damon Stoudemire was a dog shit hire. He wasn't.
We
even
knew that from the start, though, man.
Yeah, that was an NBA bullshit hire.
Yeah. And I like Damon Stoudemire. I think he's a cool dude. But I'm saying,
and then you kind of took Pastner off a rebound from Memphis.
It's probably their best hire. I think X's and O's is a good ball coach. I'm just a little worried about the fit.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Alexander. I think a lot of the same shit we said with Alexander at K-State, you could say with.
You're right. That's fair.
Even Brian Gregory, he was average at Dayton.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably best hire since Hewitt.
Yeah. In the ACC, we also had Jerry Mack. We kind of forecasted this all year.
Dude, I called this in the preseason. This was great.
Let me tell you something. I hope it works because I want it to work. But just bouncing from Syracuse alums to Syracuse alums is fucking hilarious. He was super impressive. I'm not going to knock, he was impressive. Do I think there's a little Kim English to this? There is, right? There is a little bit of a fast.
But at least he's got an association with the school. Kim English.
Well, and at least he took him to the tournament. I don't think Kim English had taken Mason to the tournament. So no. Yeah. But my thing is is it worthy of a jump this big?
And Kim English didn't have a lead against Duke for 35 minutes.
Yeah.
I love Jerry Mack.
I did, dude. He was a very exciting player to watch, and that's why I want this to work so bad. I would love to see Syracuse become back to being a power. So I hope it works. I just wonder, should he have been the Bonnie's coach for about 5 years and then move into the Syracuse job? But we'll see. Well, I'm a fan of this. I love it when the coaches coach their alma mater. I want it to work. So I'm going to say, for the sake of positive energy over here, let's go. I love it.
Bring back the zone. Go back to your roots, your identity. Everybody's like, you can't play zone in the year 2026. Why can't you play zone now?
Yeah. Horseshit.
Every other team plays a fucking zone.
That's what they said about fucking Tony Bennett and shit. You can never win a national championship with the style of play he runs. They won a national championship. What happened?
Yeah, Syracuse. Yeah. Do you want to play man-to-man and get your fucking teeth kicked in, or do you want to play zone and be unique and be different? And hey, you can win 20-ish games. Go back to the tournament. I think you should go back to playing zone. That's their identity. That's what made them great. It's different. It's hard to prepare for. Yeah, I mean, I wish Jerry Mack was a little more proven, but we'll be pulling for this hire. I mean, like you said, you want this to work. The enthusiasm should be there. I mean, this guy was a legend there.
Yeah.
That Big East run.
But at the same time, I mean, you could say that about that. That's the only thing that you could maybe say. These morons just keep looking at their coaching trees.
Yeah.
Right. And just say like, who played for us? Where like that doesn't always work. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't always work. Like, I mean, I think Georgetown would be a perfect example of that. They're like John Thompson Jr. Then they went to or what was my guy's name before John Thompson Jr.? I'm drawing a blank right now. Clark, where's Clark? Yeah.
It's terrible.
I'm drawing a blank right now. But then after that was Ewing, and it was like they couldn't get out of their own fucking way. And I think that was part of the reason why the program kind of is in the shambles it's in right now, is they kept counting on the family tree. I hope Jerry Mack's been super impressive. I hope it works. Sometimes I think it's better to not go with the family tree. Sometimes I think it's better to just go get the best guy available. I know Hodgson turned you down, but I think you're Syracuse. You should be aggressive and go out and get the best guy available. But I'm hoping I'm wrong here, and I'm hoping it works out. I'm not even saying it's a bad hire, because they did get turned down by Hodgson and Shirts. So it's like, what are you going to do at that point? Right?
Yeah. I think that's your writing on the wall, is this was not a very...
No, sorry. I was just saying he got it right in the chat there. Wade did. Go, continue.
Not a very sought after or revered job from the top of the top candidates on this cycle, which I think is very telling. I don't know how much I believe in this, but Goodman said on the Field of 68 that Syracuse was making it a requisite to keep Kai and Anthony on the roster. The one guy that I don't think cares about that and like would put up with that is Jerry McNamara. Like another guy that I don't think would care about the budget and just would coach with the love of the school and the passion for the Orangemen, Jerry McNamara. The worry I have about it is this could end up very similar like a Penny at Memphis, where he sees a little bit of success, but he wasn't such a proven winner at the college level as a coach. But like he's winning a little bit. You can't argue that it's just been a terrible deal or a hiring. But at the same time, if you pull the plug, now you've got factions within your fan base of like, oh, fuck these guys for getting rid of one of our own who is an absolute legend and one of the best players in program history and provided us so many fantastic moments and whatnot. I just think you're putting yourself into a really tough position if this doesn't turn into an absolute winner or if it's not an absolute stinker. If you're right in the middle, then I think you're really fucked.
Let me talk about, shout out to Nick, who's always kicking ass, man. What Syracuse NIL look like? It has been told to me by people that I know went to Syracuse, close to their program, that they had pissed off their biggest donor with the previous administration. But that athletic director is now at Michigan, right? Or that president. Was it president? The president's now at Michigan. Yeah. That if maybe Mac can get him back. Maybe Mac
if
can
anybody can. It might be him.
Yeah, that would be very intriguing there, because I believe like their biggest donor pulled his money from the program. So one of the reasons I think Hodgson's passed on that was, I think it's well known that Syracuse's NIL is a mess. I mean, I heard Fran Brown in football. First, A, I interviewed him. B, I heard him on another podcast talking about...
By the way, while you're thinking of it, Rob hit it on the nail on the head here, based off like staying in the family, grabbing an alum. It's for the long-term commitment portion of it, you know?
Yeah, but how's that working out for Georgetown? My point, I get the reasoning, but I'm
Cooley's
saying,
not from the family.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They have finally had to step out there. And have you seen Georgetown games? There's like 17 people there. It looks like one of my goddamn comedy shows at like a donut shop in fucking Silver Lake. You know what I mean? Like this is I think it's a little late for Georgetown. Cooley's gonna have to rebuild it and build it up again.
It worked for
Syracuse.
Duke. It worked for Michigan
Duke
State.
I mean, they replaced Krzyzewski.
Yeah, I mean,
it worked for Michigan State with Judd Heathcote to Izzo. Like, there's examples. I think more recently.
But hold on. But you're talking about step 2. This is step 3. That's why Georgetown's a better comparison.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean? Show me a step 3. Show me a step 3 where it works out. I mean, I'm sure there probably is one out there. It's just I feel like a little more rare. But yeah, I mean, I think that I hope so for Syracuse's sake. I'd love to. Yeah.
Proud program.
Mayan, let me tell you, the jokes are much better with Georgetown basketball than my stand-up.
Georgetown, proud
without
program.
question.
Syracuse, proud program.
There you go, proud program. All right, next up, let's
also,
jump over.
Painter and Katie.
Yeah, but that's still 2. That's a 2-step.
Yeah.
Show me that 3-step. Show me that 3-step.
Do you want to more rapid fire these ones?
Yeah. Pac-12. Justin joined at Oregon State. We kind of talked on this a couple weeks ago when it happened. Look, I think Oregon State's athletic director is a pile of shit. But I'm not gonna plenty of piles of shit have hired decent coaches before. So I Joyner deserves none of that. You know what I mean? I think it might work out. You know, I mean, it's possible. They're jumping to the Pac-12. Tinkle's told them that they have to invest more money if they want to take this seriously. I don't know that is going. I wonder if that's been talked about with Coach Joyner, and that maybe that was why he took the gig. I kind of need to know that information before I really buy into it, but I think it can work here. Mac, your thoughts?
I'm interested too. A lot unknown, unproven, but he was with Randy Bennett at St. Mary's for 6 years. So he coming from that pedigree and then worked for Dusty Mays. So I like the guys he's worked for. Interested to see how it works.
I do not believe that they've made any significant increase to the NIL. I believe what ultimately lured Joyner away from Ann Arbor as an assistant, not even the head assistant, to become a first-year head coach at Oregon State is that it's closer to family. His wife is the head soccer coach for the University of Oregon, and like the opportunity of being a head coach at the college level at D1 was interesting to him, so he took it. And also what made it interesting, or him a candidate for Oregon State, is now the big fish in the Pac-12 is going to be Gonzaga. And it was pretty covered nationally media-wise that Joyner got a lot of the credit for the prep ahead of the 40-point beatdown of Gonzaga for Michigan in Las Vegas on a one-day turnaround. So I believe that is what you're looking at from both sides here.
Yeah. Yeah. And shout out to Matt saying North Carolina hiring Roy Williams is the best example of the going back to that was the 4th step too. That was the 4th step, I believe, if memory serves me correct, because there was Guthridge and Daugherty, right? Then Roy Williams, or the 3rd step, I guess, right? Or 4th. I guess, by the way, I was saying it 4th. Yeah. Anyway, that should be exciting. Justin Joyner there at Oregon State. Be interesting to watch the Beavs next year. Next up, we have dude. I'm old. Joe Crispin. I remember the Crispin brothers lighting it up for Penn State in the fucking 90s, early 2000s. He is now the new head coach at Air Force. Joe Crispin. Okay. I mean, was not on my radar as a potential Air Force hire. But he had been an assistant with Mike Rhodes at Penn State for the past 3 years. And before that, he was at Rowan College, which was, I believe that's in North Carolina, right? I believe that's in, or no, that's in New Jersey. I'm an idiot. I have no idea. All I know is I'm glad to see him. He was a college basketball legend. Like he's like Pitt Snuggle or something. I feel like we're like, the dude was nasty in college. He played pro in Europe, I think, a ton, and all over the world. But
Shit, he was similar to Farouk.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, he
got
really
work.
was.
Let's call it like it is. He's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah.
Not impossible.
Joe Scott said it was the hardest job in the country, and I actually believe Joe Scott. I didn't think it was coach speak. He was like, "No, if you put Army and Navy in the Atlantic 10, that would be the hardest job." And he goes, "We're in the Mountain West."
He could be John Wooden, and he might go 500.
I will say this: it's significantly getting a little bit easier with the Mountain West breaking up. You're losing the best brands from the league to the Pac-12. They are adding some really good programs in, but it ain't going to be what it used to be.
That's
so
fair.
I think
that is fair.
I think going from 2 wins to 5 wins is a possibility.
Yeah,
And that's the ceiling.
That will so improvement on is on the way. Next up, we have so we talked about Coach Bennett leaving for ASU. Well, Mickey McConnell, who I believe played at St. Mary's,
and has been the lead assistant the last 5 or 6 years.
I like this one. It's the shoe fits. I think Coach Bennett was probably thinking about this for a while. So I think it'll work.
Probably,
I think it'll work.
Yeah, probably the most predictable promotion within. I mean, we didn't know Bennett was leaving, but once you saw Bennett leave, you knew they weren't going outside the family, especially with McConnell being on staff there and his great playing career as well. So easy hire here for St. Mary's.
I can already tell that I think Bennett did this the right way. Like, they announced this pretty damn quick after Bennett took the ASU job officially. So I think that was probably already sorted out behind the scenes. And I think that was pretty damn good move.
All right, next up, we have in the WCC, the Steve Lavin era is over. J.R. Blount coming into the Toreros of San Diego. He was a TJ Otzelberger assistant at ISU. I like it. I don't think you could be much worse than San Diego had been. I guess this year they were a little bit better, but why not, right? Your thoughts on the hire?
Yeah, he played at Loyola for the Ramblers in the mid-2000s. So it's a little bit out of left field, but I mean, he's coming from one of the better programs in college basketball, especially with an identity. So I would assume that they're going to fucking guard out there now.
You want to know what this kind of reminds me of? Is when was it? It was like 2019, 2020. TJ Otzelberger going from South Dakota State to UNLV. It was like, what the fuck? Why? And then quickly went back to kind of his roots and home area, but he got like just a step up in job and took it. And I think if USD does not change anything of the way they funded their basketball program, this could be really good because
they've actually invested more money over the past couple of years than prior.
Yeah.
So Lavin got a little taste of that the final 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. If they don't pull back the reins on that, like this, could be really
I think they're kind of committing more to athletics, from what I understand. With this hire, yeah. And I think that they read the room, and they also think they see opportunity with Gonzaga.
Yeah. Nick just commented on it, like what we're talking about here.
Yeah, exactly. So, I kind of like it. Should be interesting to watch them next year for sure. Folks, before we get to the next one, I want to let you know that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is your official data tool for dominating the madness that is March Madness and college hoops. A Rhythm generated bracket just went 34-0 in the first 2 rounds. What? Rhythm continues to crush it in college hoops. What are you waiting for, people? Looking to go premium? Use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm, promo code SGPN25. And we're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. With Novig, you are getting the best prices. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And it's March Madness, and you know what, SGPN? It is Merch Madness, baby. I'm wearing the D-Gens Only hat right now. That's available in the store. The Mac to School T-shirts available in the store. Pick Dundee, college basketball experience T-shirts, and of course, George Mason Start Your Football Program T-shirts, which were, I think, 70 some away now from getting. We need about 70 of them sold in the next 16 days. So let's make that happen. Get over there. When you do, promo code March in the SGPN merch store, which you can get via the SGPN app or sportsgamblingpodcast.com or startyourfootballprogram.com. Give it a whirl. And remember, as always, to let it ride. All right, we are back, and let's jump on over now to the American Conference, where Wes Miller is now a Charlotte 49er. Didn't work out at Cincy. I wanted him back another year just because it was hilarious, but I thought he was sadder. I thought he was on the Satterfield plan. Were you guys a little taken back with Charlotte pulling the plug on? Why can't I think of his name right now?
Byrne.
I thought he just had his best season there, didn't he?
He was good the interim year, and they did what they were top 4.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, didn't he just have like his best season? And they fire him. I'm referring to Aaron Fern, who was the interim for Sanchez. They came in for Ron Sanchez there, who went to UVA. I mean,
I like this hire.
I do think it'll work. He's a proven winner in that state. He's connected in that state.
Yeah.
And look, I see Risk Takers picks. Shout out to Risk Takers picks. I am familiar, and shout out to them. Colby there. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. $50 he's giving me. Wes is a great hire for Charlotte. I was at UNCG with him. He can recruit this area. We'll be able to get a ton of talent to stay home in this area, in our area. He was able to bring in Sadler to UNCG, a top recruit in Maryland. And then I think he's writing us some more stuff. Thank you for the donation. But Risk Takers, hey brother, I hope you're doing good, man. I hope to get up with you at another game in the next. I met up with Colby here at the Wake Forest NC State game this year. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the donation, man, and I appreciate it.
He just finished up the thing here.
Yeah. Oh, so he was saying he went to high school in Charlotte, right? He knows the area well. His dad has big money and knows big money others in the area. Easier to get donors when he's back home. That is fair. And like, I think you just answered it for me. Home run hire. Hey, ECU, you piles of shit. This could have been you. But I guess Charlotte's not. I mean, Greenville's not his home, but I still thought, man, he killed it at Wilmington. But
yeah, now you got to live with this guy in your conference.
I know, man. Mac, you said you kind of already like it. Anything you want to add?
No, I just think that it's a better fit than the Cincinnati one. He was great at Greensboro. Now you see yourself as time. It's a little bit of a boomerang. Cincinnati wasn't the right fit. He's back in his state. Got Roy Williams down the road. He's at home. I think he'll do well there. I think he'll do really well.
Bieniek?
Yeah, sure. But Charlotte's a very urban area, pretty attractive to, I think, most recruits for, not necessarily the high major big campus town or big city, but I think Charlotte's the next best thing in big city, mid-major, attractive, a little bit of NIL as well. They've shown that they're willing to commit if they have the right pieces. And I think that Wes Miller, the proven winning track record at North Carolina mid-majors, will help them out getting off the ground running in the portal here when that thing opens in a week.
Yeah. How about let's talk Maction here. All right, Billy Donlin. Billy Donlin is the new head coach of the Eastern Michigan Hurons. He was formerly the head coach of UMKC back 2019 to 2021. Didn't do terrible. Kind of got a raw deal. Kind of got a raw deal with the Kangaroos there.
Fired. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Kansas City?
And at Wright State, he got them to the CBI and CIT. I kind of think this is a good hire for Eastern Michigan. Bieniek, Ypsilanti's right up the road. He was, Donlin was with was at Clemson, and where was his other assistant jobs?
Michigan. He was an assistant at
That's
Michigan.
right. Yeah,
and he started his career with Brownell at Wright State in Wilmington. So like Brownell's his guy. This is good. He's a good ball coach. This is a good hire by Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, I'm action, baby. This shit's getting better and better. Let's go. The dead weight's getting better. Bieniek, and they're getting rid of Northern Illinois, right? This is fantastic. You sold on this one, Bieniek?
I don't know. This one feels. He's back in his home area. He's an Illinois guy, but he did spend a cup of coffee as an assistant with Michigan. Like Mac mentioned, though, his best success as an assistant coach has been under Brownell at Clemson and Wright State. I'm not like super crazy. I like the other directional Michigan school a little bit better than Donlin.
Oh, the other one. Well, let's talk about first off. Well, I guess we can do that. Let's go right into that. The Mexicans.
One last thought on the Eastern Michigan. Brownell was on the hot seat before Donlin got back with him 3 years ago, and then they had that nice 3-year run. So that's been his guy. Donlin
was not fired at UMKC. He left to be an assistant at Northwestern. Interesting.
UMKC's still retarded.
Yeah. Until later this episode.
They did.
But yes.
Didn't we talk about
we did
already?
But still, I just think, but yes, Western Michigan hires UT Rio Grande's sitting head coach, which this was a big headline to me because I was like, what?
Why would he take this?
I thought UTRGV was so much of a better gig than Western Michigan, but Bieniek, please repeat what you said last night, and shout out to Jay North giving us $5. Appreciate you, Jay North. You are the fucking man. And looking forward to kicking it next. Yeah. Wait, we met up with Jay North. What? I'm trying to remember.
1,000%. He was with us almost every day. He was in the North Carolina hat on Thursday when they lost to VCU.
Yeah. God damn it, man. I always forget the screen names. Jay North. You are the fucking man, and I apologize for forgetting the screen name. And I look forward to kicking it, man. The next time, we're in the area, man. So he was cool as fuck, man.
Yeah, really cool. He's saying Quentin Oates hits bombs. College baseball season's just.
He lives
over
in Cincinnati, correct?
He fired.
The college baseball season's 40 days old, and he's got 17 home runs. He's leading the nation right now.
Jay North fired Hubert Davis about 100 times on Thursday night.
I do remember that. He was talking Nate Oates already, but Jay North, me and Mac are already planning trips to Cincinnati with the new hire. So we'll have to get at you, man. Or I actually think me and NC Nick might be hitting a Louisville Cardinals baseball game in a month. So I don't know if you have any interest, but hit us up. And great meeting you, brother. I apologize for not knowing the screen name. But anyway, Bieniek, I want you to talk about what you had talked about last night with Western Michigan. And fire away.
Yeah, on the surface level, this is a very lateral move from the Vaqueros to the Broncos. And it's like the furthest south to north transition you can have in the entire country, right? So I don't know what kind of recruiting ties he has in the Great Lakes area. I don't assume he has any. I just want to mention that right off the bat. His wife is from Ohio, somewhere in Ohio. She played college. She was a college athlete at Dayton. And so basically Western Michigan, their hockey team won the national championship last year. And they've had a loaded donor willing and ready to spend a lot of money.
His name is Derek Jeter. Probably,
no,
right?
He's suspected to be a donor at Michigan, actually, even though he grew up in the Kalamazoo area. But no, so they've got a loaded donor that has been on the ground in Kalamazoo, like building a arena for the hockey team, but also the basketball team will benefit from being able to use it. It's a $500 million arena. So I believe that was a big lure in to get a up and coming, very good head coach. Kahil Fennell had 2 pretty good Southland seasons. I would say he overachieved in year 1 when we did not expect his team to be very good at all. And then in year 2, they were very competitive against the very good teams in the league. I think he saw the writing on the wall, though, with the conference tournament running through Lake Charles at McNeese. You do not have a very good shot of getting into the NCAA tournament. And also you look at the MAC level right now, Todd Kowalczyk kind of publicly pondering retirement and has been the last couple of years. You've got John Gross, who's kind of dipping his water or toes into the water of this coaching carousel. Travis Steele just went 31-1, 31-2, and has been a hot name as well to possibly leave Miami, Ohio. But Western Michigan is now one of the top spenders in the MAC across all of sports, and this was a attractive destination to somebody out there. And I don't think you need recruiting ties when you're just going to hammer the portal. So, yeah, shout out to Fennell for taking a massive leap of faith on what's going to be a 1-year delay on the arena. I don't think it's due to hit until 2027. But, yeah, I think Western had a pretty good hire here.
Mac, you like it?
Yeah, I mean, how can you not like it? I think expectations are so low at Eastern and Western, but yeah, we'll see how the spending translates. He did a good job with the Mexicans the last 2 years. So, yeah, I definitely like it. Chris Kapko to Ball State.
Yeah, I mean, because we got to start pumping this through. I got about 13 minutes here. But this one, he comes over from SMU. He's their top assistant. A little more unknown for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Andy Enfield guy, we'll see how it works. Ball State's a hard gig.
I don't know why it is, though, but I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. How about FIU? Joey Cantons. Wasn't he a D2 coach, I believe, that was fire?
Daytona State he was at.
Yeah.
Oh, they were good.
Yeah, they were nasty. So this one's got my eye a little bit.
He's a Florida guy. He's a Florida guy.
This one's got my eye a little bit. I think intriguing for the
He
Sun
also
Blazers.
has ties internationally. I believe he's Dominican.
Okay. I'm kind of interested in this one, guys. I think this one could be a fascinating one.
Miami, born and bred.
Yeah. What do you think, Mac?
I'm interested. Like, it makes sense with the Florida ties. But a lot unknown. We'll see how FIU, if they spend their money.
Yeah.
He played at Florida State and Florida Gulf Coast. Actually, no, coached under Leonard Hamilton and coached under Enfield at FGCU, like Mac mentioned.
I like it.
And it was during that Dunk City era.
I like it. Next up, we have. All right, this one you got to sell me on.
Hilarious.
Little Rock is too funny, man.
They love the rebound hire.
Dude, they spend, man. They spend. I was reading.
He'll get players. We'll see how it works.
Travis Ford's the new head coach of the Little Rock Trojans.
This is.
I mean, it's improvement to me, though. It is improvement. I think he's a better head coach than Darrell Walker, but I also think
he always did less with more.
I agree. That's what I was saying.
Very similar to Walker.
No, I think it's slightly better, but it is fucking hilarious. Mac, any thoughts?
It's not a hard league to be competitive in. I mean, that OVC sucks. So, like, he should have the top tier talent. Tennessee State's spending. We'll see if he can get this thing going. Let's go, Little Rock. I'm on board with this one. Why not?
Yeah, why not? They spend money though. I was like, I wasn't aware how much money they had for the OVC. I think they're one of the higher spenders. How about this one? Belmont gets Evan Brads from Duke, an assistant there.
I think this is a good hire.
Yeah. I think this one, based on what we saw with Jai Lucas at Miami, these assistants that surrounded John Cryer over the past couple of years, I
And this is his alma mater.
I
And
remember
he's
this
very
motherfucker.
offensive minded.
I remember
probably coached against them.
Yeah, I was at Austin P. He killed us. Him and Windler. This fucking Belmont team. I hate them. Him and Murray. Yeah, this is a good hire. He played there. He went to Duke. He's an NBA guy, so he's got different experiences, and he played there. I like it.
Yeah, I think
He's gonna win.
I fucking hate that guy though. Good nightmares. That guy.
What about, hey, look, last time I saw Jared Haase, he was at a Hawaii game when I was watching late night, like Big West action.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of
game.
He was doing a lot of broadcasting. He was an analyst for ESPN.
Look, I mean,
Where's Nick?
I actually think he's a decent head coach. So I think, like, okay, it can work. I thought he had some bad luck at Stanford.
Are you surprised to see Haas on the East Coast?
A little bit there.
This is also crazy to get rid of Mike Jones for Jared.
Well, that's
Haas.
the thing is, like, how are you grading it? Because, like, they might have gotten worse at head coach, but, like, I don't think he's a terrible basketball coach.
He was a Roy Williams assistant for a decade.
Yeah. Shout out to
I
Gatsby.
think that good old boy Roy was pulling the strings over here.
Do you think he'll win there, Mac?
Yeah, I mean, he was good at UAB. He was good at the mid-major level, and then everybody's smarter when they work in TV, and then they got to go coach again. So yeah, we'll see how he does. I think it's a good hire. I think it'll be a high floor. Greensboro's a good job in that league. Yeah, he was an assistant for Roy for 15 years at Kansas and Carolina, so that's the connection to being in the North Carolina area.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Tobin.
All right, Tobin Anderson's the new head coach at Tennessee Tech, who's transitioning into the SoCon, which I do like, regionality. But do you think he has buyer's remorse because USF just opened? Couldn't he have gotten the USF gig? Maybe.
Probably. No. He was his top assistant, and they turned that thing around in 1 year.
He was his top assistant.
He's got a tournament win, Bieniek.
Dude,
yeah, I know.
He's also got D2 like championships, and like
he also went 31-30 in 2 years at Iona as the biggest spender in the MAC.
Yeah, how'd Iona do this year? They spent more this year.
They were very average, very 500, but they made a terrible hire afterwards too.
Maybe it's the administration.
No, I'm ready to bury the hatchet with Tobin. Like I think that he took it on the chin for a year, had to go cut his teeth as an assistant after he realized that not everything's given to him. You know, he was given a MAC tournament championship to go into the tournament and NCAA tournament.
He's pulling the Harbaugh third baseline on Tobin Anderson.
Tobin Anderson, motherfucker, coach at Clarkson and Hamilton.
I'm ready to bury the hatchet. I couldn't wait to do this because
I was acquaintance for fucking.
I'm done hating. But he acted like he was the shit. And this was me.
He won as a 16.
This was me holding this against Tobin before I even had Dusty May as my head coach. But he fucking lit up Dusty after taking an L to FAU because he was upset that FAU dunked on him in the final 5 seconds. Like he's expected to be handed everything, and you know. He just had free handouts for 3 straight games, knocked off Purdue, got ran off the floor by FAU, and was expected to be
off Purdue.
Respected.
Zach Edey, Purdue.
Yeah. He knocked off Purdue, and then they got ran off the floor
What
by
happened?
FAU.
What happened?
And he expected to be like this massive, respected figure. Got the Iona job handed to him, went 500, and then
what the fuck are you smoking?
But no, I'm ready to be not a total like, you know, backing and running the window like as the number one supporter of Tobin Anderson. I'm just ready to treat Tobin Anderson like.
But
Dan
that means
Earl.
he could have got the gig. He could have got South Florida, I think.
This is how you know it's an L take on your part, is that you're ready to bury the hatchet.
And shout out to GBO Farms. You got yourself a winner, GBO Farms.
No, he's not. He went 30-31 at Iona or whatever.
Look at his whole damn career.
Yeah, I am aware.
Right.
You can't nitpick 2 years.
I'm aware.
Anyway, I think it's a great hire. Golden Eagles to the SoCon should be fun. Next up, we have this is another one. Buyer's remorse. Could he have gotten the Utah State job back? Because Eric Hott is now Tarleton State's head coach.
No,
probably not. They usually go get the next big thing. But I think he's a good ball coach, though. Like you mentioned, he did a great job with that defense. And he was great for Calhoun and then in Northern Kentucky. So yeah. And Northern Kentucky has struggled since he left.
Yes. Yeah. Over the last 3 years or whatever, Utah State and USF have been the two premier stepping stone jobs. Like, you're not hiring the top assistant. I'm sorry.
I would say maybe you change something. If you hate this happening to you every 2 years, you might want to change.
Well, you might want to change like the way you hire. Like, I know that's where you're going, but Utah State hired a guy who was a Cincy alum, and South Florida hired a guy from the Northeast. Like, you knew they weren't probably going to lay an anchor and build some roots, right?
Perhaps.
I mean, you pulled guys to a region of the United States where they've never been before.
Okay. I mean, but they have money. Calhoun was just talking about what they did NIL wise.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Jordan Fee hired by Lamar.
He looks like the strength coach in his picture right there.
Yeah. Florida Atlantic shirt on there. So obviously, Jordan Fee. Where else was he at? I was looking at this earlier. I just can't remember.
Yeah, I have no recollection of who this is actually.
He was he was at Detroit Mercy. He played at Detroit Mercy.
Never.
He played at Mercy from 2008 to 2010.
Also, I would say he didn't play then because he finished his year at D2 West Liberty. So that's why I wouldn't know him.
Gotcha,
so he transferred down to D2.
Interesting hire.
Yeah, he's kind of been a assistant. This is a first year head coach type of deal, and was the associate head coach under Jacobs. So
yeah, this is I mean he had 1 year at Gannon, the D2 level. So
Mac, I mean, did Lamar really need to pull the plug?
I think he retired, right? No, he got fired.
No, he got fired.
They fired Alvin Brooks.
Damn, they were like top 2 the previous couple.
Dude, they went 26-12 in 2024-25. Then they went 7-5 in conference play and pulled the plug.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. It is
tough.
And you grab a first year head coach from a program that wasn't great, and this guy's not from your area.
Interesting to see how it happens. I don't have much analysis on this.
He's a Pennsylvania kid. Like, very weird.
Yeah. Shout out to our boy Jake Flynn. Jake, you're the fucking man, brother. It was a pleasure meeting you as well. And I got to get down. Let's plan this, Mac. We got to get down to Chattanooga for the rail rivalry. Let's fucking go, Jake. It was a pleasure meeting you and your brother, and we're grateful that you came out, man. And thanks for the JMO Ginger. We didn't get to do the other stuff, but next time we'll be smoking them if we got them, for sure, brother. Pleasure to meet you, man. And let me know if you're ever in Carolina too, man. And in Vegas again as well. All right, moving along because I got to leave here in like 2 minutes. Turgeon, UMKC, slam dunk hire, best hire of the whole goddamn cycle. I mean, how did they do this? Rocco told us that I guess one of his family members or his son was part of the deal. So well done though by the Kangaroos.
Well done. Go watch our video short on this. We already
yeah. How about this, Matt? Not gonna work here anymore. How do I say this here, Mac Kazak? You Midwesterners, you got this. I know you got this.
I'm looking. I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up the NIU announcement.
Everyone in the Midwest has this last name, I feel like.
I'm pulling up
Mac-
the NIU announcement
Mac-
to see if they gave a pronunciation.
Or Zach. Mac or Zach?
So the pronunciation's in here. I think you just drilled it. Mac or Zach.
Yep, because the J is like an H, just like you're in speaking Spanish. And then I got this all figured out, folks. Dial 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE for the for more on this. But
that is definitely not like that's Euro. That's a Euro name.
This guy.
Yeah, no, I'm saying though they say the letter J is like an H in Spanish.
Gotcha.
Hey, they're going to the Horizon League. I think he's got a shot.
Oh,
he's got a shot. I like his jacket too. Gold jacket, green jacket. Who gives a shit, right? I mean, this is. I think we got something going here. What do you think, Mac? D2 coach?
Yeah, I like the hire. It's outside the box. He looks like he pounds Busch Lights at Iowa football games on Saturdays, then goes up to Lambeau on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm about to say Busch Lights and cheese curds. That's this guy does.
This guy is Midwest through and through. I like it. Let's go. I'm all in. Matt, magic.
Next up we have.
He was at D2 Northern Michigan. 4 straight years of conference titles. And what I will guarantee you is that Northern Illinois will be playing in the Breslin Center next year.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Todd Lee. Look, Todd,
What'd you say, Mac?
Said it gives him a reason to drink in East Lansing. Let's go.
No, well, Izzo's a Northern Michigan grad.
I like it.
Hey, Cal State Bakersfield hired a coach from USC named Todd Lee. I will judge this guy whether he stays on that fucked up court or not. All right. That'll tell me if you're taking basketball serious or not. Todd Lee, Bakersfield. Bieniek's wearing a Bakersfield hat right now. Look, guys, I got to jump over to the SGP show, but you guys can talk about the remaining open gigs.
Texas, your NIT picks.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do that. I'll do that right now. All right, but hey, get rid of the court. This is a great hire. Right? It's a slam dunk hire if you got just a wood court. All right.
Imagine your leadoff hitter, Mac, just leaving mid game. Like,
yeah,
gotta go.
Major league teams calling them up.
It's
the minors.
Yep. It's only fitting it happens on a Todd slide. Yeah, Mac, your thoughts? Hold it down here as I depart.
See ya.
See ya.
I'll go back to the bar. Fuck, I don't want to talk about Todd Lee going to Bakersfield. Get off this fucking court and fucking don't touch children like the previous guy did, and you'll be all right.
Paul's Tacos better than Todd Lee to Bakersfield.
I want to go to Mount Auburn. I don't want to talk about Todd Lee going to Bakersfield.
All right, folks. Mac and Bieniek will hold it down. NIT picks I will give you here in a bit, but we'll be back tomorrow night. But Mac, Bieniek, the floor is yours. And cheers, fellas. Thanks to the chat.
That was good. See you, Dundee. Todd Lee, everybody. This guy, look at him. He's got high integrity. You know, I told you the bar is very, very low here. Just don't do what that previous guy did and get off that court. In all seriousness, Todd Lee, where's he coming from?
So USD, he was previously with the South Dakota Coyotes, but like I think he's trailed Muss the last 4 or 5 years, and all of Muss's success was with him as associate head coach. So like all those Sweet 16s and whatnot. So
he's the guy with good looking hair on Muss's bench. That's how I reckon. I'm like, oh my God, I recognize this motherfucker. Then I look, he actually did a pretty good job at South Dakota, Bieniek. He's in the top 5 every year. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Anything else you want to add?
No, just I think I'm interested to see like what he does outside of the Must Bus circus. So. Yeah. You're muted.
Fucker, I'm retarded. So these are all the vacancies now. Todd Lee was the final.
We're just gonna toss out a couple of names that we're thinking of.
Yeah. Let me
I bookmarked this comment too from Rob like an hour ago in the show. He says, "How should Utah State feel about their program just being a stepping stone to a high major? Good and bad, in his opinion." And I would say more good than bad. Like now you're kind of known to be, hey, like this is a premier destination for a guy that was a really good low major coach. We're going to have him for 1 to 3 years. We're going to get to the NCAA tournament one of those 3 years. And then as long as your athletic director is still a good hire of coaches, recruiting of talent, like, and your resources aren't being pulled away from the program, like I think this is more good than bad.
Yeah, I think so too. They're winning. I mean, they go to the tournament every year. It's hard to complain. I'm trying to think. So names for Utah State. Where's my guy at Utah Valley? I think
Todd
Phillips
Phillips
would be great there. Last 3 years, he's won 50 games in 2 years at Utah Valley, not far down the road. And just ran a good program, won the regular season back-to-back years. So that would be my name, that kind of just first instant reaction. I think you asked this question in the middle of the year when we were talking about Calhoun potentially leaving.
Maybe. I have a new name from whenever that was, though.
Wayne Tinkle?
Oh, we talked. That's
We did
what.
talk Big Tink. Big Tink.
Yeah, that was actually what we came up with landing spot for Tinkle. Although I think Weber State's maybe more probable.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I want to
Yeah.
be all in on Weaver. If Big Tink is at Weaver, they're going to win the Natty. But it's a proud program with Big Tink at the helm. Yes,
I will say the name that has grown on me like the last 2 days, and I hate doing this because, yes, the NCAA tournament has been a great look for him since. If they didn't do any damage, I wouldn't necessarily have been this high on the guy. But I think Flynn Clayman deserves a call.
Could be.
He's from out west, went to Colorado State, was an assistant at Southern Utah for a decade under Todd Simon. I think Clayman deserves a call for Utah State.
Okay. What's Mr. Jalapeno saying? He said a Kentucky assistant's getting the gig? Which
Jalapeno one? Zags.
Oh, Josh Hart to Pepperdine.
Yes.
So that one just broke?
That one just broke.
So what's his, just looking up Josh Hart. You got to be specific because Josh Hart is obviously the name of great NBA Villanova player. Guard in New York Knickerboxer over there. Yeah, interesting hire. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah. Any other Utah State names? I mean, they don't have to be super regional either. They went and got Jared Calhoun from the Horizon League, where he was kind of like, I don't even mean this as an offense to you or your boy Mac, but like they grabbed Calhoun after 2 20-win seasons at a school that was not historically good. Like I really don't have a great feel on what Utah State's going to do because that, to me, was a little out of left field.
But he also had the Fairmont State success too.
Correct.
Yeah. So that, I mean, like you said, that he had that thing absolutely rolling before he turned that dumpster fire into a winner. I'm trying to think, is there like a Missouri Valley guy that can make a jump?
I think the Missouri Valley guys kind of are either set, or there's not an obvious young coaching candidate that makes a lot of sense. Like, I think Brian Wardle was my favorite name the last 2 cycles out of the MVC to get a job outside of Schertz and the Drake duo. But I think Wardle's set at Bradley, apparently. So
yeah, and nobody from the Irvine or from the Big West. I don't think Russell Turner's going to leave.
No,
although I think he'd do a good job there.
Yeah, no, I think they still approach this as like stepping stone, for lack of a better phrase.
Mhm.
Young head coach that's doing really well in the mid-major level.
Matt
Take a
Brower
step up. Brower.
from Stephen F.
Yeah, it's very similar to Flynn Clayman, like year one type
Yeah.
of guy that had a lot of success.
Yeah, that one makes sense. I mean, what he did flipping them was a phenomenal coaching job. The Horizon, I don't think Sargent's ready just yet for that kind of gig.
I think the other one I had on my list too was Rick Croy of Cal Baptist. Like he's been steadily getting better there, and he was with them through the transition of D2 to D1.
So a couple of whack names. Chat saying Craig Smith. Craig Smith was already there. Craig Smith would be good.
Yeah.
Craig Smith would be good at Utah State again. He never should have left for Utah.
I mean, I didn't even think he was too bad at Utah.
Neither did I. But
I think he got unjust fired, and Utah has been dog shit since.
Let's go to USF.
Let's do USF.
One seems more regional.
Is it though? I mean, they went out and got Hodgson from Arkansas State, who was a Northeast guy.
Well,
no previous ties to USF.
But the Sun Belt is still a Southeastern league for primarily. I know they're kind of been spread a little bit all over the place, but
yeah. But I do think like these guys have their last two hires of Amir Abdur-Rahim and Brian Hodgson were very much hot mid-major names that were, I guess, middle America to Southeast, like depending on how you want to label Arkansas State.
Takeo Siddle.
That would be a good one. That would be a great one.
Siddle fits,
but that's a hefty buyout. Like that wouldn't be cheap.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if he jumped that, but Siddle's been really good. Kevin Keats is actually not a bad name either.
Interesting. Not one that I would necessarily have on my list there, but
I'm trying to think who else.
This is I would be keeping an eye on Ryan Pannone. Like I know he didn't win the Sun Belt, and I know he got bounced early, but it's still the same Nate Oates coaching tree, Arkansas State, where Hodgson came from. I'm sure Hodgson may have put in a word. I would keep an eye on Ryan Pannone.
Here's another one. What about the other Alabama assistant that left that 1 year? Petway over at
Kennesaw State, which is hilarious because that's where AAR came from.
Yeah, and Petway's been solid. He's won 40 games in the last 2 years. Got an NCAA tournament appearance.
Yeah, I do think that both of these make a bunch of sense. Actually, even more so Petway, because like Hodgson still wore the AAR patch even though he had no association with Rahim, but I think that impact would very much be shared with Petway because Petway was at Kennesaw State, which he filled the shoes of AAR. So I kind of like that a lot too.
And he was an assistant under Hodgson. He comes from Nate Oates.
Yeah,
they both are Nate Oates guys. If they want to continue the Nate Oates tree,
correct,
or style of play, those are the two names they could look at.
Yeah, but Petway is very much the defensive-minded Nate Oates guy, so it's a little different there. But I think our top two names for this are Petway and Pannone.
Well, Siddle was my if you can get that one, but I don't know if they can pry him from Wilmington. He just got that big contract extension. And
and then somebody, Alex from Florida, so I'll believe him. I'm looking it up. He says that Pannone's from Tampa, Florida too.
Okay.
Pannone, his alma mater is the University of South Florida, born in Clearwater, South Florida.
It makes sense. And I'm sure him and Hodgson have a good relationship because he preceded him.
Yeah. Matt Schwade saying wild card is Ryan Ritter.
I think he needs to do a little bit more at Mercer.
This wouldn't be a bad move for Bob Ritchie from Furman to South Florida.
Yeah, agreed.
Ritchie's very much in need of a promotion if he's looking for one.
Brooks Savage from ETSU. He won the regular season this year. He's been solid.
Yeah.
I mean, what's Savage's name or Savage's record? I mean, he's won 19, and 23, so it's been a 20-win season pretty much every year.
Yeah, I agree. Any other name that I'm forgetting? I listed mine that I had ready to go with Pannone. Trying to think of any others.
Butler. Travis Steele.
John Gross.
John Gross makes sense. They both make sense.
John Gross has had a little bit more sustained success.
The only thing with Gross is, I mean, I guess you could say it for Steele too. They both kind of
they
were
both
average.
did not succeed at the higher level.
They both weren't horrible. They both they couldn't get over the hump. So,
but it's just hilarious that the two half brothers are they're gunning for this gig. I think.
I know. I love it. Action.
What if they teamed up, man? What if they hit this together as
those two guys got too big egos. They like trying to rip each other's throats out.
Dude, I would love a John Gross, Travis Steele sideline in the Big East up against Dan Hurley and Rick Pitino and Richard Pitino. That'd be such a great look, man.
I'd be surprised if it's not either or one of those two guys.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting part about it is like they're both from Indiana, right? They're both from that area, but Travis Steele actually played there. Gross did not.
Mm-hmm. Those are the two names. Don't overthink it.
So, did Steele work under Thad Matta, or was it only Gross?
Just Gross, I believe. Steele worked for.
I love this.
Yeah. Steele might have worked for him at Xavier. No, he wasn't at Xavier then. He worked for Sean Miller. Yeah, he didn't work. He was a GA for
Matta at Ohio State.
Yeah, at Ohio State, and then he played for him, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, it's very interesting that I would love it if they had like co-coaches. That would be great.
And I'll say this too. I would anticipate a promotion within at whoever goes to Butler, at Miami, and at Akron.
Okay.
Yeah. Whether it's Gino Ford, who's been not Gino Ford, Dustin Ford, who's been with Gross since like the Ohio days. That would be the promotion within. At Miami of Ohio, he's got a young staff. I mean, I know Richburg played there. Carl Richburg played there. But I would imagine that they're going to promote within at Miami if Steele leaves.
Cool.
So, food for thought.
Yeah. Is there a name outside of the brothers that you have?
I think those two are just such strong candidates. It's like, how do you not hire one of those?
Very fair.
Proud program, according to Rob Donaldson. Very proud program. I don't know how proud this program is. Boston College, I don't know. Who the hell wants this fucking gig?
Do you have a name off the top? Like,
no.
John
Beckner for the 10,000
Becker.
Becker, whatever his fucking name is.
I think he's lost a little shine on his name, no doubt, after this year. But it's John Becker, Vermont, Joe Gallo, Merrimack, Pat Sellers, Central Connecticut State.
Maybe one of Patino's assistants.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Who the fuck wants this job? You ain't winning.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got no shot.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Do one of the UConn assistants grab for it? Kamani Young or Luke Murray?
If I'm them, I ain't going to Boston College. I'll stay at UConn and make just as much money and just get yelled at by Dan Hurley. But no, I'll be in the second weekend or in the Final Four every other year.
Speaking of getting yelled at, maybe one of the Villanova fired assistants.
Oh yeah, fucking Willard want to be Patino with that fucking.
I'm firing my entire staff. Everybody gone.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say about what Rob said, they kind of tried that with Donahue. Like they went with an Ivy guy, and he got his teeth kicked in. So it's like we'll see. I mean, maybe they can.
It's just such an uphill battle there.
Yeah,
and there's not many. I don't believe D2 in the Northeast is as big as D3. Actually, D3 in the Northeast is huge. Like they're big money schools. Private schools that are able to bend the rules, they're very successful. But
there's no way Martelli's leaving VCU for
Phil Martelli is not leaving VCU for BC.
Fuck, I'd fucking call him an idiot to his face if he did that. I'd be like, what are you doing? Troy. They've liked hiring rebound coaches. Scott Cross is a great one, but Cunningham is not one before that. So a mid-major guy that's been fired recently will go to Troy, I bet.
So that could be like So the name that I was not in alignment, I guess, with the fired coach. Do you have one on that criteria that you have a rebound coach?
I mean, Troy's not a very destination job either.
But they've been successful, and if they are top 5 in spending in Sunbelt, I think they may be able to pull a name.
I don't really have a name for this. Bobby Hurley. Yep, Bobby Hurley's going to go to Troy.
The name I had for Troy has escaped me.
Maybe somebody from the OVC? No.
I can't remember who I had.
I think what other leagues what a guy from maybe Ritter. I could see Ritter going to Troy.
I don't know. I think the SoCon to Sunbelt is very lateral, right?
The Sunbelt jobs pay more.
Yeah.
Maybe an A-Sun guy. I don't know. I don't have a name.
I had a name.
I mean, Aaron Fern. Who's been fired in the CAA recently? No. Conference USA, anybody been fired recently?
I'm lost. The name that I had has escaped me. I should have written it down.
All right. Well, we don't need to kill ourselves. Yeah. Fucking Juwan Howard.
Oh, no. Tony Madlock.
Madlock? Yeah, maybe.
I think he's rough around the edges, which is very much the Troy identity right now.
Yeah.
And Alabama guy winning. I think Madlock's a look.
If Poole wasn't coming off such a rough year, I'd say him at North Alabama.
Yeah, that's poorly timed from Poole.
Yeah.
Madlock was my guy that I had.
Maybe like a Corey Gibson too from Austin P. He was at Northwestern State. Now he was at Austin P. Troy would be a step up from the P.
Yeah, and to your point too, like with the pool thing, like Madlock had a poor year too. So, but it's the SWAC.
It is the SWAC. All right, Sweet 16.
Yeah, you want to just skip this?
Yeah, we can skip this.
NIT.
Two NIT games. We got Wichita. We got Tulsa. Let me pull up my text messages to see if Colby texted us his picks. He did. The line is sitting at 4.5 here, Bieniek. Wichita, did they play in the regular season?
At least twice.
Oh, what am I talking about? I'm retarded. They're in the same league.
Yeah, rivals.
Yeah, this is an American matchup.
Rivals.
Rivals, regionality.
Quotation marks there. Yeah.
I always get fucked up that fucking.
This is a forced American rivalry, I feel.
Did they play in the conference tournament? Yeah, they just played 10 days ago. Yeah,
Wichita eliminated Tulsa.
So yeah, Wichita has 1-2. This is meeting number 4 now.
I do question how Tulsa got home court here.
Did they have the better year?
No. Wichita State was the 2 seed in the American, and Wichita State beat them head-to-head in the American tournament.
I mean, they both have the same. Well, Tulsa does have the better record. They're 28-7. They both.
I think Wichita had the high. I know Wichita had the higher seeding in the American tournament, though. But yeah, overall, I guess Tulsa was a little bit better, wins wise.
I think I'm gonna take Wichita again.
Yeah, so Wichita has beat Tulsa 2 times in a row. Tulsa won the first matchup. This is the 4th game.
The one time they played at home. This would be the second time they've played at Tulsa. That was 93-83. Then they won 2 tight games. I think I trust Mills more than Conkle here with adjustments. He's proven it twice already, winning the second and third time. I'm going to go on Wichita here, and my laptop's about to die, so give me 2 seconds to plug this in. Bieniek, what's your analysis on round 4 with Wichita and Tulsa?
I like going with the teams off the loss in rematches and whatnot. Like, I think when looking at which teams are going to make the better adjustments, it's always the team that, in my opinion, lost the matchup, knows what they need to fix to reface them and have a better chance of improving their odds of winning the game. I like the team off the loss with the revenge angle compared to a team that is looking to make adjustments after a win, not necessarily knowing what could change in the matchup. So Cocktail Napkins got this game at 4. It's got the total at 151. It's nothing like too crazy for me liking this play one way or another. The other impact and angle that I had was like Wichita State just went on the road in Stillwater and blew out the Pokes by 20 plus.
That was impressive.
I'll take Tulsa in the hangover spot for the Shockers, revenge angle for the Golden Hurricanes. It's an offensive versus defensive clash here, clash of styles. I'll take the offense this time around. I'll lay the points. I don't love it. My favorite play is going to be the over. I'll go, or I mean, sorry. No, my favorite play is going to be Tulsa. This one's a tough one. This is a tough pick.
Round 4 after the conference tournament. So,
you know what?
Are you Benedicting?
Yeah, I'm all over the place. Like, Conkle has also been a name that I've seen in, like, coaching carousel shit. So, I don't know, man. I'm all over the place here. I don't have an edge on the cock. I'm going Hurricane. I'm going Golden Hurricane, but don't love it. I don't even know if I can give me a first half. I can't do anything, dude. I'll lay it. With Tulsa.
I don't got Ray man, cold, but they're counting down 7-6-5.
It's not that serious, no. It's just an NIT quarterfinal game.
There's 2 games though. Like we need a good pick.
How about Wichita?
Lock battle.
Yeah. They've already won the other 2 games after the adjustments. There was adjustments game 2, game 3. Yeah, Tulsa may be the more talented team, but I've liked what I've seen from Wichita. And I assume they probably stayed out there playing on Sunday. They're going to play tomorrow. Stayed out there in the great state of Oklahoma. Let's go. Yeah, we'll battle. Colby is on Tulsa. You're on Tulsa. Give me the Shockers. All right, finale here. The Lobos, the St. Joe's Hawks. These 2 are not in the same league. I know that. St. Joe's is getting 10.5, Bieniek.
This is a wild travel spot, by the way. From the Bay down to Albuquerque in a day and a half.
I know.
And now you're playing at the pit elevation. Lobos for me.
Laying 10.5 though?
I'm going Lobos.
I'm gonna be on St. Joe's, man.
They're playing well.
Yeah. Like you said, does the travel spot suck? Yes. But St.
Are they
Joe's,
going to be hungover after a 19-point comeback? Yes.
or do they ride that momentum? They've already won 2 road games. They've already proven to they have not quit. Donahue's got them playing.
VCU didn't really ride that momentum after a 19-point comeback, though.
Well, yeah, that was a little more emotional than this one. They have been really good outside of the VCU game. They've won like 9 out of 10 now. I think it's too many. I think it's a tight game. I think St. Joe's is not going to be intimidated by the pit. I don't think the pit's going to rock like we think it's going to be. How was it against GW? I didn't think it was rocking like crazy.
I didn't watch a ton outside of the highlights, but it looked like it was up. It looked like there were people there.
All right. Well, who is Dundee on? He is on St. Joe's. So me and Colby are going to do battle. We're going to be on the Hawks. You're going to be on the Lobos. And we'll do a battle. Bieniek, we're going head to head. Hopefully I beat you in the NIT like I did last year with that Chattanooga Irvine game. All right. And I know there's 2 games on Wednesday, so we will break those down with the Sweet 16 picks at the end.
Yes, sir. So that's an episode. That's where we're calling it today.
Yeah. Going to bed, aka Mount of Mamas.
Yeah, you're not going to bed. You're going to the bar.
Let's keep this
2 things to plug at the end of the show. So tomorrow evening, not like late night, but tomorrow evening, I expect like 7:00. NCAA hockey tournament episode with Frozen 4 picks and futures and bracket picks and whatnot. Then tomorrow night, I expect like 10:00. Thursday, Sweet 16 picks, DFS, player projections on underdog that I'll be doing running back. And then same thing on Wednesday with the Friday picks. Then Thursday, college baseball picks. Friday night will be Sweet 16 recap and Elite 8 picks. Mac, anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
No. Co-sign what you said, and thanks to everybody once again for making Vegas fun. That was a good old time, and we'll do it again. We'll do it again next year, and then I'll be in Indy too for the Final Four. I don't know if I'll be on the road this weekend. I haven't decided. I may hunker down and stay at the base here and just watch these Sweet 16 Elite 8 games. Wouldn't be the end of the world to take a little bit of a fucking break from traveling after going to all those conference championship week and then the obviously Vegas. So yeah, stay tuned. It might be hitting the links here this week, and then we'll have some games. It's golf season, Bieniek. I know you're a big golfer too.
It's a proud program.
That's proud program season. It's proud program season all year round. It's foxholes, lots of foxhole content. I got a lot of
season in the spring and summer. That's a proud program.
I gave some off-season content ideas to a couple of the viewers out there. I got some big stuff planned. I got some shit going on here, baby. So yeah, man, this is like I said, this is a little bittersweet. I'm not gonna lie. Like when we get to towards the end, when you realize we only have 8 games Thursday, Friday, and then just 4 more. So we got 12, and then we got the 3 in Indy. So 15 games left, and then you add in the NIT and the Crown. It does suck. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be nice not to stay up till 5 or 6 in the morning. I'd rather go to bed drunk at 2 a.m. and then wake up rather than drunk at 6 a.m. and have to wake up 3 hours later. But I know you feel the same way. Like
very much.
It's a nice change of pace. That not ending this show at 12:30 and do whatever you need to do the rest of the night. So
I can multitask in a day once again rather than wake up, TCE, go to bed, wake up, TCE, go to bed. So I enjoy it, but I do enjoy the summer as well.
100%. All right, guys. I think we'll sign off here. Made this into a 2-hour episode somehow, some way. We always find a way. We will be doing college football content too. And Bieniek, you got Frozen 4?
Yeah, college baseball is not stopped too. But yeah, Frozen 4 tomorrow, and then college baseball throughout the rest of the year. Colby and I talked about amping up the number of episodes throughout the year as long as we get some odds and whatnot. But yeah, we'll see as he's picking up UFL.
And 138 football.
He got dragged in the UFL again this year.
Of course he did. All right, gents. That's all I got. This is the College Basketball Experience. I'm at Moneyline_Mac. He's at Noah B 77. Get that off. Where are we going? There we go. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here. See you, Jack Fucks, tomorrow.
Derek Stevens just liked another post that you were in, tagged. Same with me.
Oh man,